It is a beautiful sunny spring day here in Toronto, and I am inside the 2021 BMW 540i xDrive. And today I'm asking and hopefully answering a simple question. Does a BMW need to have an M badge on the back to be good? So let's slot it into D and go for a drive. In 2021, you can buy the BMW 5 Series in honestly a lot of different ways. No matter which one you pick though, every single 5 Series in Canada is all-wheel drive, from the 530 all the way up to the M5. The 540i xDrive. Now this has a 3-liter inline 6, making 335 horsepower, and it starts at $72,950. Our test car is loaded up to $86,600 with all the options on it. Now the 540i will do 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.7 seconds. Now our test car has a few interesting options that I really like. First of all, a rare thing in BMW options, a good value. The M Performance Package is $2,000, and that gets you M Sport front brakes, which are the same that you would get on a Supra or a Z4, and adaptive dampers. And those are two really expensive items. And you know what? It actually works. Pressing the comfort button softens things up. I have a nice ride. Pressing the sport button firms things up, and it gives me more assured handling. Now the crazy part to me is how fast this car is. This is the second slowest 5 Series you could buy. There's the 4-cylinder, which does 0 to 60 in 6 seconds, and this one just wafts to 100 kilometers an hour in a casual 4.7 seconds. That's where we're at with BMWs these days. That's crazy. That's what an E39 generation M5 with a V8 back then used to do 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in. So basically, your average 5 Series now is as fast as the fastest M5 you could buy 20 years ago. It's a pretty crazy thing, to be honest. And I would say that those adaptive dampers really do work. I mostly drive around in comfort mode because the ride is so good. It's so smooth in comfort mode. And after driving some of the BMW competition models, it's such a relief. If this thing did not have massive wheels, it would genuinely be one of the best riding cars you could buy today. I'm just saying, for the size of wheels in this car, it is phenomenal. Like I said, this car will do 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.7 seconds. What does that feel like? I'll show you. A little foot on the brake, build the boost, away you go. That's all it takes. It's a fast car. It's a really fast car, and I like that it's a 6. Let's talk about this interior. First of all, the M Performance Package also gives you a little M badge on the wheel, which is nice. BMW steering wheels are some of my favorites. I like the smart bright work on it. I like the stitched leather on the center. I like how it feels. I like it's got big meaty thumb rests on it. It's a great steering wheel. If I was gonna be complaining, I would say that the paddle shifters could be a little larger. I kinda have to reach in on the wheel to grab them. Otherwise, I don't have any complaints about the steering wheel. It's almost perfect. One thing I do like about BMW interiors is that, honestly, for a car in this price range, you have so many options. For example, this dashboard trim, which is here just kind of a plain textured gray plastic, which is not my favorite, but you can get it in a various different colors and shades of wood trim. You can get kind of a reddish cherry wood. You can get a grayish wood. It also comes in polished aluminum and I think carbon fiber. All in all, the interior, really nice. BMW's iDrive wheel has basically been relegated to the other side of the console here. iDrive used to be what BMW lived and died on. They would say that iDrive was the greatest and that you have to try it, it's better than a touchscreen, blah, blah, blah. They have fully acquiesced. This car has a completely regular touchscreen infotainment system, and iDrive is over here in the corner if you ever want to use it, but I never ever do because the touchscreen works great. This car does have wireless Apple CarPlay, which is my favorite. It has wireless phone charging, and it's just a dream to use. I like how customizable the interior of this car is. You know, it's got the color selectable mood lighting, which a lot of cars have now. I enjoy that. I like how easy it is to toggle in between. It's really simple and it makes it easy to change car settings or do stuff from your phone like play songs or make a phone call. This is a Harman Kardon stereo and there is an optional Bowers & Wilkins. I can say that this one is really good. This is a better stereo, in my opinion, than the optional system that I've had in some other German luxury sedans. It just has a nice fill of sound. So, is the M5 really the one you want? Is this a make-do BMW, or is this the star of the lineup? Well, I have to say that if you are not driving on a racetrack or pretending you're driving on a racetrack, this is kind of where it's at. This is a nice, usable amount of power. It sounds good. It's so comfortable for day-to-day driving. It's a nice amount of speed. It does not have the same white knuckle thrill that, launching a BMW M competition model has. That's a thrill all to itself, and they're a lot of fun. This is not that kind of fun. This is a more traditional BMW where the thrill is in the driving, not it being a drag strip terror. And honestly, if I was picking my BMW 5 Series, I'd pick one of these. I would choose a very different interior spec, but I really like it. So basically, don't assume that the best BMWs have M badges on the trunk. You might be surprised. For Driving.ca, I'm Clayton Seams, and for more car reviews and information, don't forget to check us out online on Instagram and Twitter.